So the question of direction, and a lot of other work that people are doing, is adding to the realization that the times have changed and the value system has to change with them. And that's building up to the point where we will have a shift. And the faster we can move that forward, the better. And it's unfortunate I don't have lots of those cards anymore, because it's been very good tours so far. I've done about 20 events, and I only have enough sort of to give 2 or 3 to everybody, but I would encourage you to take some and pass them out to other people, just to plant that seed, just to start the conversation. Maybe they'll converse with you, maybe they'll just converse with themselves. But introduce the topic and get that thought going, and if you have a way of reproducing it, do it. And if you want to get into it, if you have some place where you might get 100 of them out or more, drop me a line. It's my email on the front, and I would love to send you more, and we'll be printing them as soon as I get back, because we just keep making them as fast as we can get people to pass them out. About 750,000 since the first ones in 1976, so you'll find them here and there. It's kind of interesting, and they're very handy. I've seen them that are just all tattered and dog-eared from being in the purse or wallet for 10 years. And sustainability, what's that about? Anyways, to carry on with the butterfly and the caterpillar story, I tell it at all these talks, and there's been over 400 now. And there's been 3 occasions where people studying metamorphosis at the microbiological level were present and added to the story in very constructive ways. The first one said that the first cells of the caterpillar that become butterfly are actually attacked by the immune system of the caterpillar. The caterpillar's not feeling too good, it's getting shook up, and it's trying to maintain its integrity, right? It's a natural process. And if you're pioneering in this shift, this new set of values, these new ways of doing things, and you're getting flack from society, it's okay. This is the natural process. It will try to defend its form. But try to hold on to the fact that you're onto something. That's where the next observation came in. It was about a year later. Another person studying microbiology said that when a bunch of the caterpillar becomes butterfly, it bands together and it forms a core that's immune to the efforts of the caterpillar, and it provides the basis around which the butterfly develops and unfolds. And that's what the transition mechanism is about. Because when a bunch of people who recognize that we've got to shift what we're doing come together and recognize that we're not crazy, we're all seeing the same thing, we know we need to do this, and we start developing the skills and the understandings and the networking and start reaching out, that's the core, that's the basis that the butterfly will form around. The third fellow, since I started this Ontario leg just 2.5 weeks ago, said that after that core is well formed, the entire rest of the caterpillar becomes loose nutrientous to go and be built into this butterfly form. So when we can so clearly demonstrate what it is we have to do, then there's an enormous wealth and creativity in our society, and it will start flowing in the direction of the transformation. And when we're clearly, as a society, moving in that direction, I think in a decade we would be so clearly heading where we need to be that we wouldn't be worried for our children and grandchildren anymore. So that's the mechanism of social change as I have come to see it from 35 years of looking at cultural evolution, and it's like a drumbeat. And there's so many different projects that people are working on. Oak Ridge's Marine's a big one. Around here I gather. I met somebody once who was part of, I forget what they said it was, but it was Save the Oak Ridge's Marine again. Apparently it just keeps coming up again and again, and somebody's trying to get a piece of it and build over it. But if making money, if maximizing capital is our purpose as a society, that's good. You want to build lots of stuff. If our purpose is to preserve the groundwater, to preserve the ecosystem so that our children and grandchildren are going to be well, different decisions are appropriate. It's a question of direction. That's a drumbeat. And every time we frame in some way that, yes, maybe we're making money at this, but we don't need money. We need long-term well-being. We need sustainability. We need our grandchildren to be able to raise families of their own. That's a drumbeat. That's saying we need to change. And as that drumbeat spreads, a good drummer can get an entire community dancing. And so we're just trying to stimulate that process.